Hello people, this is Christian and you are welcome back to the Don't Have channel. So in our last video we were able to add our formic and YAP component to our login and sign up screens. So in this video we're actually going to set up our server and also create our login and sign up routes. Okay, so actually that is what we are going to do in this video, and then in our next video we're actually going to connect from our front end, which is the mobile app, to our server side. Okay, so on my desktop I've opened the chat app folder, and here I'm going to create a new folder, say server. Okay, so in this server is where our backend side is going to be. Okay, so I'm going to open my command prompt terminal, and inside this command prompt I'm just going to navigate to the server folder. Okay, so I'm just going to type cd spacebar, and then I will drag and drop the folder here. Sorry if you didn't see it. I'll just drag and drop it, and then I'll press enter to navigate to that side for me. Great. So once you are there, we are going to start by typing in npm init. Okay, just to create our project. It's going to ask us a couple of questions. So it's asking whether the package name should be server. Okay, so yes, just press enter for everything. Okay, and now okay for yes. Right, so once you are done, we are going to install a couple of dependencies. So we are going to type npm I for install, and the first dependency we are going to install is express. Spacebar, I want to install a multiple dependency, so express spacebar. We're also going to install lodash. Okay, lodash, and then we're also going to install mongoose. Okay, we're also going to install .env. Okay, and the last one is going to be JSON web token. Okay, right, let me check if I got the spellings right. Express, lodash, mongoose. Okay, once you are done, we can press enter to install them. It's going to take a couple of minutes, so I'm going to pause the video here. Once it's done, we will continue. Once it's done, we will open the project in our Visual Studio Code, which is the code editor I'm using. So I'll just type code spacebar dot, okay, and press enter. It will open your Visual Studio Code for you. Okay, once it's open, we are going to create a couple of folders. So I'm going to create utils for utilities. Okay, I'm going to create another one for models, and then routes. Okay, so let's maintain these ones for now. In my utils, I'm just going to create a file called connect database. Okay, or connect db.js, and inside here we are going to use our mongoose to create. So mongoose require and here I'm going to use the mongoose schema. Okay, and below I'm just going to type const what's happening, const, and then let me give it a name of mongodb. Right, it's an async function. So we are just going to use our mongoose and then connect to our database. Okay, so we are going to pass in a couple of stuffs here. So here we are going to pass in the link or the URL to our database, and then here we are going to pass in our use new URL, and then it's going to be true. Okay, once you are done we are going to export it. So models.exports, and we are exporting our MongoDB. All right, so let's save it. And once you are done, I would like us to create our .m file. And here I'm going to paste the link. So for now I'm using the local host, okay, and this is the URL we want to use. Now let's come here and tap into that. So process.env the name of what we want to tap into. So here we want to tap into the URL, so we are going to say .url. So .url, and now let's save it. So we've been able to set up our database here. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to actually create our app file, okay, which is the server file. So app.js, and inside this server file we are just going to require a couple of tabs here. So require.m file .config. All right, and then we are just going to tap into our const express require express. That's express. Also going to tap into our body pass. So body parser. We're going to use the express. Recall. Let's pass in our express again, and here we are just going to tap into our JSON, right? And then down here we can now call our database, okay? This plenty stuff here. So const MongoDB, as we called it there, and then require. We are going to navigate to where our MongoDB setup is located. So just utils, and then you go into our connect DB. All right, once you are done, let's set up our app, okay, our server, just using express. So we use express here, and we will now use our body parcel in the app, okay, which is the server. So our body parcel, great. And then I'd like us to also use our HTTP. Don't worry, this video is actually just trying to let you know how we create our backend server, okay? So I'm not going to go into details with the stuffs, okay? I'll create a separate video which will actually explain everything, but for now just follow it. So require, and I'm going to use our HTTP package. So HTTP, and below it I'm going to server HTTP. HTTP.create server, and then we are going to pass our app into it, okay? And from there, let's say log. Let me console log. Great. And here I'm just going to type in connecting to database. All right, and then here I will say database connected, okay? All right, and here I'm just going to pass in, I'm going to call our MongoDB database, okay, right here. So down here I'm going to call our server, and then we are going to listen to for 3000. Okay, so 3000. We are going to pass a callback function here. So we're just going to log a message, simple message here. So we are going to say chat app backend is running on port 3000. Okay, which is the port we used. So now we are going to start our server, and I'm using nodemon, so I'm just going to type in nodemon dash app. Okay, but before we continue, I would like us to change this to chat app. Oops. And save it, and then let's type in nodemon app. Okay, so nodemon is going to handle everything for us. Great, so it came connecting and then connected. So once it gets here, we get chat app backend is running on port 3000. It means our server is up and running. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to create our models. So I'm going to create users.js. Inside the model, I'm just going to use our mongoose. So as we did earlier on, require mongoose equals require. We are going to require mongoose here. Mongoose, great. And then we are going to use that to create our user schema. So new schema. So we are going to tap into our mongoose.schema. We are going to pass in our name field, which is a string. We are going to pass in our email field, which is also a string. We are going to pass in our password field, which is also a string. Oops. Once you are done, you create our model. So const, the model name is user. So we are going to tap into our mongoose.model and check whether the model.user already exists. If it exists, we use that one. If it doesn't, we are going to create a new one, which is model. We are going to pass in the name user. So always it should be singular here. Mongoose will actually change it to plural for us. So user schema, we're going to pass it here. And once you are done, we will now export our user model. Export our user. Okay, oops. That's great. Let's save it. And then now we are actually going to create our routes. So first of all, we are going to create our register route, and once we are done, we will create our login route. So now let me go to here, and I'm going to create a file called register.js. Here we are going to require a couple of stuff. Here we are going to require our express here. So we are going to type in express require. Oops. And here require here, then const load dash. So load dash, the name I'm giving it, I'm trying to use underscore. Okay, you can give it any name you want, but I actually prefer it that way. So load dash, and then here we are going to require our JSON web token. Okay, so require our JSON web token. Good. And then we are also going to use our user model here, so you have to require Oops, I'll come back to it. So we go to our models, and inside our models choose schema, and let me correct this const. Okay, so now we will use our router here. So router from our express, so router equals express dot router. Okay, which is actually going to help us to route. So router dot route, and I'm just going to pass this one here. Oops. So we are going to take our post route here, and we are going to pass in our request and response. Okay,